Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your love reading for December 2017. I'm using the Enchanted Tarot by Amy Zerner and Monty Farber. I have one oracle card from the Whispers of Love oracle deck, and I've got one from the Love Pack by Chuck Spezzano. So we'll start with these. This is about self-love. It's healing and learning to love yourself. And then this card over here is about treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. And there's a mother with her child. Love others deeply. The shadow card is here. This is the card at the bottom of the deck after everything else has been dealt. And this is the Five of Wands, which is either about conflicts and arguments or it's about competition. But it's a secret. So if it's about conflicts and arguments, it's something that you don't do openly in public. It's behind closed doors, or there's some secret competition. Maybe either you're competing with another person. Maybe you're with somebody who's dating somebody else and you don't know it. That would be the secret competition here. This card represents the theme, and the theme is about your intuition, that female intuition, that knowing, that sense of knowing. The High Priestess is very in tune with her intuition and her psychic abilities and just kind of knows. And that's that female intuition when you're in a relationship and you just kind of know. You know, you have this sense of knowing that maybe you feel like there is somebody else and you've got competition. But it's not open. They're not, you know, it's a secret. It's being hidden from you. Now, this represents you. This is Ace of Pentacles, is a new beginning in terms of your material wealth and your security. This could be a new source of income, a new home. This could be renewed health. Any one of those three things, whether it has to do with money, home, or health. And it may have to do with child support, receiving child support. And I say that because this theme of children comes up. In your past is happy childhood memories or children, but it's putting them in your past. So what comes to mind here is this could be a source of income regarding child support, whether you're receiving it or you're paying it. Now, this card, because it was in the past, it's almost as though if you did have children and you put them behind you, and this is also about putting things behind you and moving on. The Ace of Hearts is about putting something behind you and moving on. So maybe your children are living with their other parent, and you've kind of put it behind you, but the message here is to treasure your loved ones. Don't keep them in the past behind you. Treasure them and spend some time with them. And the other reason I say that is because in your near future is this Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is feeling defeated, but it's about being at the end of a cycle, like it's over. You know, it's going to change very soon, but it's feeling defeated where children are concerned. So if you have to pay out the alimony, or you're paying out the child support, or if you're receiving it, maybe for a long time you felt very defeated where the children were concerned because you weren't getting any child support. But that's going to change. And here's the message. The Princess of Wands is a messenger. She's a messenger about a new course of action. Now, it could also be if you were adopted. This could be a message coming to you from your birth mother, or this could be you trying to contact your birth mother. Because the Princess is a messenger and the Ten of Swords is some sense of feeling defeated where children are concerned, or where you as a child, where your childhood, feeling defeated within your childhood, but now there's a message and, you know, there's some renewed sense of income for you this month. Maybe you're getting money just for the holidays. Maybe this is about receiving gifts for the holidays, because it's also about material possessions. So this could just be about the gifts for the holidays. I mean, so far, this reading is not jumping out as love and passion. It's It's more about family and children. It's coming as very strong in this reading. Now, this person is the conflict. He could be a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, the King of Wands. Or this could be a person who's very manipulative, very angry, very controlling, could be abusive. And he's the conflict. So if you have an ex-husband or the father of your children is this way, was very abusive, and you've moved on from that situation. So this is about you being able to move on from that situation, and that's in the present energies. This Eight of Hearts is about moving on from the situation. And it's also about, here's this card, self-love, is healing from that situation. So if you were in an abusive relationship with a person, and now you have to learn how to heal from that. And maybe he wasn't paying any child support for a long time, but it looks like that might change. Because I'm seeing some new income, or it could be a second job for you, if there's a second job. Because this up here shows your hopes and your fears. So this is this juggling act. It could be a second source of income. Whether this is child support or alimony or a second job for you. Either you're hoping for that second source of income, and maybe you're just hoping that you get that payment because you don't really want to have to take on a second job, because you feel very defeated where the kids are concerned if you have children. But there's a new beginning here. The Fool card is all about a new beginning. And for whatever reason, this whole idea of adoption, whether you were adopted or you gave up children for adoption, and somebody's attempting to contact, either if you gave up a child for adoption, they're going to try to contact you, or if you're trying to contact your birth mother, and the competition, or maybe there's a sibling. Maybe there's a sibling that you don't know about who was adopted or given up for adoption, so that would reflect this competition. The sibling would be, in a sense, a sort of competition. But whatever it is, there's this new journey. The Fool card is a new journey. The Zero has infinite possibilities. It's the dawn of a new day and the beginning of a new phase in your life, a new journey in your life. And learning to heal. Maybe it's all about learning to heal if you were in an abusive relationship, and learning to heal and to love yourself again. And reconnecting with your children, and reconnecting with your family, reconnecting with your people from your past. Maybe it's all about moving home to your neighborhood where you grew up, and because this is also about people from your past and happy childhood memories. And maybe it's about reconnecting with people from your childhood and people from your past, and this message about treasuring your loved ones, the people who have loved you. There's this mother and child on this card. So maybe it's reconnecting with your mother if you've been estranged for some time. The Princess of Wands could also be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but this would be a young woman. She could also be a child. She could be a child or a very young woman. Whether that's you or if that is a child of yours. And this again was the present energies is about putting something behind you and being able to move on, putting this loss behind you and being able to move on from it. And then this is how you feel inside. This is communication. So maybe you're the one who's going to do the communication. Maybe you're the one who's going to reach out to someone. Whether you're reaching out to a child you gave up for adoption, or you're reaching out to your birth mother, or you're reaching out to a sibling, or you're just reaching out to somebody who's been estranged. Maybe you had a lot of conflicts with the people in your life and your children or your mother, and now you're going to reach out because this is about communication and about setting things into motion. So maybe you're the one who's going to initiate that contact with someone, whether that be a child or parent or somebody from your past that you've been estranged from, and now you're going to try to reach out and reconnect with them. This is in your environment. The Four of Wands is a happy home and domestic bliss. So it's your potential. So if this does represent a new home, this represents moving into a new home. If the Ace of Pentacles is a new home for you, getting enough money and saving enough money and having the money for a new home or a new apartment or moving back to your childhood town where you grew up. And this is all about a happy home. Four of Wands is a happy home and domestic bliss. And that shows up in your environment. So maybe it's reconnecting with the family if you've been estranged and you're reconnecting with them. It just isn't jumping out to me so much about relationships. It's really jumping out about reconnecting with loved ones. It's definitely about love. It's just not a partner love. It's familial love. It's your family. This is your hopes and fears, which is this juggling act, juggling two jobs, or juggling your bills and your finances, or the juggling act between children and work. Maybe this Princess of Wands is a messenger about a new job. If this is just about a new job, and this could be a new job, this Ace of Pentacles could be a new job, and she could be a messenger just telling you about the new job. And here's the juggling act now. Figuring out how to pay your bills now, or saving your money for a new home and paying your bills, or juggling your new job with your children, or whatever the case may be. It's some kind of juggling act. And the final outcome is this. So it's feeling bored and discontent. So if it is a new job, maybe you're not going to be terribly happy with it. Maybe it doesn't fulfill you emotionally. Maybe it doesn't bring a lot of satisfaction, but it's a necessary evil. Maybe it's just something you need. But this is about feeling bored and discontent. And then here's another four also. The fours are about your foundation, building a foundation. You've got 3 fours here. Here's 3 fours, and this is all about building the foundation of your new life. So if you're in a new journey, this is creating a stable foundation for yourself, for your new life. With this 4, the fours is your foundation. So this is boredom, discontent, and this is you feeling very guarded with your emotions. Maybe if you experience some pain with this person, if he was abusive to you, and now you're very guarded with your emotions because of him. That's one way of looking at that. It could also be about you saving your money. So if we look at this 2 of Pentacles in terms of you have the second source of income, and now you have to save it because you want a new home. Maybe you want to buy a new home or move into a new apartment, so you have to save your money. Because the 4 of Pentacles could also just be about saving your money. It's either being very guarded with your heart, or it's about saving your money, or it's about being stingy. If you're the one who's, maybe the court is requiring you to pay alimony or child support, and maybe you're just not doing it. Maybe you're just not making those payments that you're supposed to be making. And you're holding on to it, and you're just not making that payment. But if it's for your children, the message here is treasure your loved ones. It's important to love them and to provide for them in whatever way you can. And then here's romance. So here's the only card of all the cards really that indicates romance is coming to you. Here's romance coming your way. So maybe you're just communicating with somebody right now, and this is communicating with somebody right now. Maybe there's conflicts with somebody's children, whether they're your children or the other person that you want to date has children, and you don't want to deal with the whole stepchildren, and that's creating conflicts. The children are creating conflicts in your relationships, and that's possible there. But this is you communicating and setting things into motion for a new relationship, and it's going to come your way, because here's the romance coming to you in your final outcome. So whatever's going on with children, whether it's you're the child or it's your own children, and if you're recovering from an abusive relationship, this is a good card here to show you that love is coming your way. So there you go, Scorpio. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Please click the bell for notifications. I do several readings a month. Most of my viewers are not subscribed, and if you subscribe and click the bell, then you'll get notification as soon as I upload something. You can also go to my playlist tab on my channel and look for the folder for Scorpio, and it has every reading I've ever done for Scorpio, and you can go back to the month of October and see if anything I said in October really can't, played out for you in your life. But thanks for watching, Scorpio, and I hope you have a great month. Take care. God bless.